Very interesting development in the euro. So, if you've been following my work, I said 117.80 was a possible stopping point for this advance. And that was a high. I believe it was Tuesday. It was off a little. It was 117.80.2. So that number was really, um, it's like magical sometimes. So we had this initial break off the 1780 level, and the dollar came under, some pressure with these inflation numbers. The first one was better than the CPI, and now we're putting in a lower high. So in the room, I put out some sells. I took 18 pips already. You can be short euro, but no, you're wrong over 1780. Okay, we get through 1780, then that means we're going to have a breakdown in the dollar towards 95-ish, and that could give you like a 119.80 or a 120 euro. But if we start taking out the low from yesterday, which initially they sold it off on the 2.9 CPI headline number and then brought everything back, you could see that it's really not the relative strength leader. Aussie has been. And Aussie was something I was talking about 680 for about a month, and this weekly moving average at 680, and so far we've traded to 70. Okay, so I don't know if you're bullish the Aussie, I'd wait for a pullback, but the commodity currencies have become the relative strength. So there's another objective fulfilled. Now, yen is a little tougher. It's almost saying the way it's acting. I mean, it's still just sideways, right? Kind of like the dollar, right? Sideways, just from a lower level, but having a decent update today. Um, the end, it might be foreshadowing that we're getting close to the end of yields going down. Okay, and we are getting a little bit of a reversal. I know it's in front of the Fed, and I don't think they're going to do more than a quarter. It might be a hawkish cut. I know they're worried about employment, but I looked at some inflation numbers that were unbelievable, that Peter Bookfire supplied. I mean, everything since he went, I think, May through August. A lot of things are up double digits. Coffee, 28%. Electronics, 17%. Almost everything has gone up, whether it's tariffs or not. Prices are going up. So we might be getting close to, some type of turn here in the 10-year. Now, I still think you can't be short bonds yet. Maybe this is it, but maybe you still have to respect the breakout here. And it measures 92, 93, but this isn't great action either. So, I'm going to turn neutral here. I know it has potential for 93, 94 off of this formation, but maybe we'll get a test of a breakout, see what happens there. Now, I really want to focus on energy. Okay. I think there's some news occurring. It's basically that China is not happy about Mexico wanting to cooperate with us and slap on tariffs because China's buying Russian oil. President Trump wants to do that with everybody, India as well. So that may be it. But, keep in the back of your mind, and I'll get to the technicals in a minute, that the war between Iran and Israel, and for that matter, the U.S. isn't over. I didn't see a peace deal. Now, what has evolved in the last couple of years is now Israel's the pariah state because of the humanitarian problems the war caused and a lot of aggressive military action. So it's my belief this time that Iran will strike first and the world will cheer. unless what I'm seeing technically in these charts, and I know the whole world's bearish, crude, but what I see here after the first bombing is a confirmed high. So far, we've retraced. It looks like a retracement. Looks like that even more so in USO, which is going to gap up. USO still. Look at the confirmed high on this on the daily. Okay, so if this is just a correction, a triangle, and we're going to break out in USO, there could be a huge move in the energy complex. While I hear commercials are max short, okay, and the public is still a little long. But if we break out here over 78, you could just take a measure move 60 to 80, tack on $20, and you have $90 energy. Okay, so I think it's acting okay. We've had a pullback. Nat Gas had a nice run, and this was, I think, just a normal pullback. It pulled back between, didn't quite get to 61.8, putting in a good candle here. I don't think it's time to be an energy bear with everything that's going on. Oil used as a weapon in now, enters the equation in the tariff war. Okay, the trade war. So I just wanted to make a point on that. So let's cover the S&Ps because the wedge turned into a throwover. It's pretty instructive. So what do you do now? I know a lot of people were looking at this wedge just like me, and this happens at times. Throwovers can make you throw up if you're short. But how do you trade a throwover? You let it do whatever it wants to do above this wedge line. Let it work, let it continue to advance, whatever. But the next time back inside, which, is going to be call 65, 70 to 60, which, is only 10, 20 handles from here to get back inside of this, that would be a sell. Okay, that's how you trade the exhaustion of a throwover that just blew everyone out yesterday. And not on a real benign number. Anyway, we could push higher into next week. I know some people are talking 66 and a half. There are all kinds of numbers out there. But that's how you trade it. You wait for the throwover to be negated. Keep you in touch with that. Gold, let's go over the metals right here. Did a scalp in gold early in the day. That was good for $8, and then BE stops. Was this little break here was from 48. Maybe it was here. Yeah, 38. Okay, and now we're bouncing again. I don't know. I'm on the lookout for shorts. I know everyone thinks I'm a kind of crazy. Silver might be starting to exhaust a little bit, but 42 was the number. Yeah, I could stay parabolic. Gold silver ratio is lower. Maybe that means the dollar's going to head lower. And to wrap it, I'm still short Canada. Let's see. I mean, can you be bearish euro and bearish Canada? We'll see how that works out. But I would say Canada has a better chance of working out if the euro takes out the 1780 level. So I hope I've been able to help you guys out. Keep an eye on the energy. It's coming in, higher, and this is what you want to see. If this is a bull market, it's important that the pullback holds, and we could still correct. It looks like it wants to. See how it corrected with a grinding nature till yesterday, and look how fast it's getting it back. So if we could start getting back above $3, we're heading for this 340 level. So that's my look at the markets. Any comments? Anything I haven't covered? I know someone wanted a comment on uranium. and I follow CCJ, and I don't know if I'd be getting long uranium stocks right now. They look kind of heavy to me, but I'd buy a hard break, maybe back to 60 on CCJ if we get a correction in the S&Ps, which I think we'll see 6,000 before we see 7,000 in the S&Ps. That's my big call. Everyone have a great weekend. Don't just